Lactose intolerance is extremely common condition. It affects around 65% of world population, and this number is very high. After drinking milk in several hours, if you have stomachache, abdominal cramps, bloating, flatulence, diarrhea, it means lactose intolerance. Now let's say what is lactose. Lactose, in simple, it's milk sugar. It has two components, and it is called disaccharide. It has one component and second component. So if it has two components, it's difficult structure. That's why it's difficult to digest. It is composed by glucose, one component, and galactose, second component. They are simple sugars. And our body is to produce lactase, which can break down lactose into simple sugars. So after action of lactase, we have glucose and we have galactose, and both of them are absorbed. But if person has no lactase, or it has deficiency of lactase on some degree, then lactose is not break down, and in small intestine it will not be absorbed, and it will go into large intestine. In large intestine it will be fermented. Fermented means it will be break down by bacteria. So in large intestine we have lots of bacterial flora, and it will be break down by bacteria, and byproducts will be gases which can cause pain, which can cause discomfort in abdomen. That's whole story. So very simple. Lactose intolerance is caused by deficiency of the lactase, which is ferment, which is needed for breakdown of lactose. Now let's say lactose intolerance degrees. It can vary actually. For some people, they can drink some milk, but if they drink too much, they will have discomfort, they will have problems, they will have diarrhea. For some people, they cannot drink even smaller portion of milk or dairy product. For some people, they can eat dairy products and can't drink milk, and such way. So here is different, and lactose intolerance varies. Now, how serious is lactose intolerance? It's a very important question, because it's important if it's life-threatening. For example, I see and I know that it's not life-threatening in short term, but what about long term? What we know and current understanding of medicine, it has no long-term consequences, especially no dramatic consequences. It's temporary discomfort. And here's also another legitimate question, that if it causes malabsorption, or for example, someone asking that I'm drinking milk, and yes, I understand that sugar in milk will not be absorbed and will not digested, but other components will be digested or not. Other proteins, for example, calcium and such things, will be digested or not, or it will disturb other digestion process or not. For example, I ate also other food with milk, and this other food will be digested or not. That's the questions. And from our knowledge, it will not affect other components digestion. So it only means that lactose goes to large intestine and it will be fermented here. So nothing important different is happening here. So the question, if it's called malabsorption or not, first answer is no. Second answer, if person drinks too much milk and he or she will have too much diarrhea, and this diarrhea will be several times per day, every day, whole life, of course he or she will have malabsorption. It eventually will happen, but as a rule such things are not happening. Another important question is, if I can other dairy products, for example cheese, for example cottage cheese, and different types of dairy products. We can say what we know sure is that in case of yogurt and yogurt like foods and many types of cheeses don't cause diarrhea and lactose intolerance symptoms, because in many cases they contain already flora, bacterial flora, which synthesize lactase. So this problem is resolved if in yogurt there is bacterial flora which contains lactase. No digestion problems. So in many cases yogurt is safe to eat. In many cases, for some people maybe not also, but for most people yogurt is safe to eat. Also many types of cheeses. And let's say if lactose intolerance and milk allergy are same. Definitely they are not same. There's huge difference, fundamental difference. Lactose intolerance is deficiency of one enzyme. Milk allergy is allergic reaction on milk, which can cause constriction of our bronchi, difficulty breathing, and in worst case scenario it can cause anaphylactic reaction and death. So milk allergy and lactose intolerance totally different. Lactose intolerance affects 65% of people. Milk allergy affects only 1% of people. And lactose intolerance is rare among kids, because usually most kids produce lactase before the age 5. After this they produce less. Now what about treatment? First solution is avoid drinking milk. Second is eat yogurt first. If you eat yogurt first, you will get flora, bacterial flora, which can digest milk in small intestine. So it will ease lactose intolerance if you drink milk. But of course, if you drink a huge amount of milk, it will not help or help less. Also, taking lactase supplement is solution. There is supplement lactase. You can drink lactase first and then drink milk, and it will help digest milk. And drink milk with food. So don't drink it without food. Try to drink small amount and with food. It will also help milk digestion. Thank you for your interest. Thank you for your watching. If you like my videos, please thumbs up. If you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you very much. Bye for now.